This is my self-development journey from struggles to success. I'm gonna tell you a personal story about how I started with self-development and why I started with self-development. I was living in Montreal about 15 years ago. I'm 37 now. I was probably around 22 or 23 or 24 at the time. I don't remember exactly. Maybe 14, 15 years ago, let's say. And all I was doing was playing poker. And I was finally starting to make a little bit of money, but I was also on a downswing as well. So I was playing poker for a living, and I had a roommate that was living with me, but he was living with me 1 month, and then he was going back to his hometown of Nashville for a month because he had a fiance there. And then he would come back for a month, then he would leave for a month, then he would come back for a month, and he would leave for a month. So I loved when he was there because I wasn't feeling that lonely. And when he was gone, I started feeling lonely. The only thing I'm doing all day long is playing poker, literally all morning, day and night, and eating frozen food, like frozen lunches, frozen dinners, like those little prepackaged processed frozen meals. It was terrible, right? I was very unhealthy at the time. I wasn't going to the gym. It was bad. Something I would never do these days, but back then I was doing it. And I remember I was going through a downswing, and I just felt like such shit. I was just like, why is this happening? Why am I going through this downswing? This is terrible. And I had some money at that time. I had a bit of money, and I was just like, still just not satisfied for some reason. I just wasn't satisfied at all. And so what happened was that roommate that I had, that half 50% roommate, let's call him, because he was with me half the time and he was in Nashville the other half the time. He was supposed to be coming in a few days, and I remember he messaged me on Skype. And he was like, hey bud, like I'm not gonna be able to come to Montreal this month. You know, I'll see you like next month or something like that. I'll come next month or something like that. And I remember at that time I was just like, oh, it was such a gut-wrenching thing because I was so excited to have him come stay with me at the apartment because I was so lonely, right? I was just so lonely at that time, and I was like, I gotta spend another month all by myself in this apartment. Like, fuck, like, what am I gonna do? Anyways, so he didn't come, and I remember I started feeling like a little bit depressed during that time, and so I started watching like YouTube videos, and I found Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins, everything he said resonated with me in such a deep way. I was like, everything this guy says makes sense. I was like, this is the guy. I started watching more Tony Robbins videos, and I recall, when I would watch a Tony Robbins video, I started feeling better immediately. No matter how bad I was feeling, as soon as I watched a Tony Robbins video, I just felt better. I was like, wow, this is like magic. It's like a magic pill. Watch a Tony Robbins video and feel fantastic. I mean, what better than that, right? So I watched a lot of his videos, and through watching his videos, I just got into like other random people that were talking about self-development as well. So I started watching a lot of content, and then eventually I found this guy, Ty Lopez, and he talked about the importance of reading books and gaining knowledge. And I followed this guy for many years, and a lot of people hate on this guy. I think he's fantastic. He just basically taught me that if you want to move forward in life, and if you want to get better and improve in every aspect, you know, including emotionally, physically, mentally, just everything, you have to learn. You have to read books. You have to learn from people that are above you in life, okay? That people that you want to be like, people that you want to emulate their lives. You have to learn from these people. And then I started reading a lot of books, and I started reading more books. And then I went to a Tony Robbins seminar. Then I went to another Tony Robbins seminar. And throughout, there was lots of hurdles. There was lots of ups and downs, and lots of areas where I could have just gave up and just been like, you know what? I don't know about this. Like this self-development stuff, this is too hard. You got to read all the time, and I'm listening to audiobooks all the time. Like I don't listen to any music, and I'm just kind of like sacrificing a lot of things to go on my journey. And so it gets hard. It gets hard. Sometimes you don't see results for a very, very long time, makes you want to quit. But you just kind of trust the process. It's really a game of trust. You know, a self-development journey is really a game of trust. You got to just believe that what you want to achieve is gonna happen. And as many stumbles as I've had, I look back on my journey, and it's been like 15 years of just trying to improve in every which way possible. And I look back at myself from 15 years ago, and I can't even recognize that person that I was 15 years ago. I literally can't. Sometimes, you know, on Facebook, you get those Facebook memories where they say, oh, here's a memory from 12 or 13 years ago. And I'm looking at like some of my memories, and I'm like, I cannot believe I said some of this stuff. I cannot even believe like the human I was 15 years ago. Honestly, I really can't. And you just grow and mature faster. I would say it's like an accelerator when you go through a self-development journey and you start reading books on all kinds of things like mindset, finances, stuff like that. And you just slowly grow, and you don't notice the growth. That's the weird thing. because it happens so slow. It happens so day by day, week by week, month by month. You don't notice it, and that's why it's tempting to give up. But then when you look back at your life 5 years ago, you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, no, I've seen a lot of changes from 5 years ago. I don't see that many changes from yesterday or the week before or the month before, but from 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Over that time horizon, you see a lot of different things changing. So that's what I will say. Stick on the path as hard as it gets. Stay on the path. Trust that you will achieve what you're going to achieve and manifest what you want in your life. Yeah, good luck to everybody. Like, it's going to work out. I know it will. You just have to have that faith. You just have to know that things will happen exactly how they're supposed to happen. And if you always keep that in mind, then you can keep trucking along. Good luck to you guys, and good luck on your self-development journey. If you guys have any questions or any experiences you want to share with me, drop it in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.